the biggest luxury. It wasn't about stuff. It was the crushing, sudden realization of effortless peace. Stepping into another universe, a 7th grader's definition of opulence. I grew up poor. I mean, the kind of poor where your home is a constant, low-grade source of panic for years. I believe true luxury was a second sink in the bathroom. Not to toilets, not a giant tub, just to pristine, side-by-side porcelain basins. In my mind, that wasn't just wealth. It was super full of security. Why else would you need to? It meant you had so much water, so much space, and so few worries that you could double up on a utility. But that night at Jake's sleepover, everything I thought was a luxury was shattered and replaced by something far more profound. The carpet, it wasn't just thick. It was silent. It absorbed the sounds of footsteps, preventing the floorboards from creaking out a desperate, embarrassing song every time you moved. The food, it wasn't the burger itself, but the abundance of choice. Real lettuce, melted cheese, pickles from a fresh jar. The luxury was Jake's mother saying, "Want another one?" There's plenty. That casual, throwaway phrase was the opposite of my life, which was defined by scarcity and rationing. The bedroom, Jake didn't have a room. He had a sanctuary. LED lights and a wall-mounted TV were side notes. The real shock was his dresser. When I saw him pick pajamas and asked, "You have choices," I wasn't being sarcastic. The luxury wasn't having clothes. It was having surplus, unneeded options. The ultimate luxury, quiet, safe, tide, absolute. Mind-blowing, alien technology of the evening was a quiet, individual warmth, lying under my own clean blanket, on my own soft pillow. I couldn't sleep. The room was too silent, too warm, too still. At home, the broken heater rattled a constant, menacing rhythm right next to the twin mattress my little brother and I shared. That noise wasn't just annoying. It was the soundtrack of our poverty, a constant reminder of things about to break. The true luxury wasn't the material possessions. It was peace, the absence of the low, humming fear that the gas smell was going to get worse, or that the power would be cut off before morning. Space, a dedicated, personal zone where you didn't have to literally fight for a side of the mattress. That wasn't adjacent to a broken appliance. Rest, the ability to let your guard down and simply rest, instead of constantly performing mental math on how much food was left. That night taught me that wealth wasn't measured in dollars. It was measured in decibels of anxiety. Jake's house was silent. My home was a constant, loud emergency. I didn't want to get rich. I just wanted to buy back that peace. I wanted a life where the question, "Want another one?" was answered with a nod, not a nod of shame. That's the definition of luxury for a poor kid, the freedom from the constant, exhausting negotiation with survival. Would you be interested in hearing about another perspective on a small luxury that made a huge difference to someone who grew up without much?